wants to think about how do we tackle the issue of subsidy. Last year, our subsidy bill was 80 billion ringgit Malaysia. That's subsidies for fuel, petrol, diesel, cooking oil, for all sorts of other food items that we subsidize. And that doesn't include your indirect subsidy. So those are direct subsidies. Fuel direct subsidy, yeah, 205 per litre, RON 95 at the pump. When the market price is more than 3 ringgit, that is a direct subsidy. That difference is being paid for by the government so that we can enjoy RON 95 at 2 ringgit and 5 cents. What about the indirect subsidy? What's indirect subsidy? You go to KKM, hospital. You go for a procedure there and you only pay 1 ringgit, 2 ringgit, or if you have a complex procedure, surgery or whatever, the bill comes and it's 60 ringgit, indirect subsidy, that comes from the government as well. So the government has to figure out what is the right level of subsidy that we can afford, the government can afford, and that doesn't burden the people if we take it away. That's always the decision that the government has to make. What can we afford, and what can ensure that people don't feel too affected by the removal in subsidy. That's why right now the government's thinking, okay, we've done diesel. It was a bit noisy, but things have settled down. So they've saved a bit of money from diesel. They've saved a bit of money from electricity pass-through cost mechanism. So recently electricity for certain households have gone up. Water has gone up as well for certain households. So they've saved a bunch of money there. Yeah, more than 10 billion. But the big item, of course, is petrol. They're starting to think about petrol. Do we do petrol subsidy? So if you increase the petrol price from 205 at the pump to market price 3, that's not just going to affect people who drive cars and motorcycles and petrol. It's going to affect the entire supply chain. So there's going to be a knock-on effect to everything else. Because when petrol went up, you can already see some basic food items going up as well. When diesel went up. When petrol goes up, that involves a far larger number of vehicles than diesel. That's going to have a huge impact on price.